Creating a game is not simple, and doing it with a deadline is even harder. But putting it to compete against other games under specific rules and conditions, that can be extremely stressful. At Rosebud AI, we've been hosting game jams for indie solo devs for a while now, so we've seen the lots of effort that developers put into their creations, especially those who are just starting. To help them with that, we created Pixelbyte, an AI app that can make in-game assets just by texting what you need for your game. You can create characters, items, isometric tiles and rooms, environments, and more. It also allows you to automatically remove background, generate similar variations, and revive specific details of the asset. This way, you can save a lot of time and focus on optimizing your game mechanics, narratives, or just to have more free time. And if you want to really level up your game creation process, join the waitlist for our AI Gamemaker. We're developing a platform where you can create a game from scratch, only by chatting with an AI and telling it what you want to play. Just type, create, share, and play. Sign up for this and start using Pixelbyte following the link in the description of this video, and keep watching to learn the essential tips for a successful game jam. Creation processes are very different for everyone. They are even different for yourself, depending on the context or what you're trying to achieve, the rules of the game jam, or the art contest, or whatever you are participating in. But game jams are basically that, a creation process with a lot of variants that you have to juggle in the best way possible. That's why you always need to know yourself and how you work. Even if you haven't created anything before, you still may have a notion of how you do stuff. Maybe you are lazy or overproductive, or you need to distract yourself every 5 minutes. Knowing how you work will help you to anticipate. Remember that game jams happen in a very short amount of time, so you'll need to know how to manage yourself and maybe your team if you are working with other people. You will also need to know how to get ideas. Have you ever thought about where do you get your ideas? Like, what are the things that inspire you? Or what is the art you love? Who are the creators that you use as a reference? This may sound very personal, but let me tell you, the person who will evaluate your job will notice. When someone has put something of themselves into a project, it shows, and the judges take it into account when evaluating. I know this can sound a little overwhelming if you have never thought about this before. That's why we also recommend you to stick to the basics. It's okay to be ambitious. You probably have this big idea of a game that gathers every genre of gaming, has photorealistic graphics, incorporates AI, and that will be accessible across all platforms. Sure, that sounds great, but a game jam is not for that. Think of the game jam as a laboratory, where you will be testing small hypotheses that you want to prove. One hypothesis, one idea, one game. And it doesn't have to be a complex idea. Actually, we recommend you to not try complex ideas. Complex ideas are like complex machines, like they have so many parts that there are higher possibilities of failing. Simple ideas, on the other hand, are more approachable and easier to execute. I can even say that sometimes the most simple mechanics are the most addictive. Just look at Flappy Bird, or the timeless masterpiece that is Pac-Man. Simple concepts, hours of fun. And speaking of fun, never forget about the player. Sure, you are creating a game because you want to learn, or practice your skills, or materialize a vision in your head, but don't forget that the game is not ended until someone actually plays it. Think of it like a book or a movie. They are pieces that are created by sometimes very personal reasons, but they are expected to find an audience. A small audience, a bigger audience, maybe just a couple persons, but you're creating not only something for yourself, you are creating a shared experience between your work and your audience. And that's an advantage you have, because when you are creating, you are actually doing both roles. You are a creator and also a consumer. You are the first person to play your game. So you can easily ask yourself, is this fun? Is this an aesthetic I am drawn to? Am I actually enjoying this game? In game jams, your audience will be the judges, which may sound intimidating, but judges are just people who want to have a good time playing your game and trying to see if you dominate certain technical skills, and maybe see how much of yourself you are putting into your game. So yeah, creating is a very personal process with results that will be shared. And it can be lonely sometimes. That's why we also recommend you to ask for help. You have probably heard about the rubber duck debugging theory. Well, more than a theory, this is a technique used mostly by programmers. and it consists in the exercise of explaining the code that they are writing to a rubber duck. In this way, by only talking about it, usually line by line and step by step, solutions will appear. Talking is powerful, sometimes even therapeutic, and talking to yourself or to a rubber duck, it can bring new perspectives to the game you're developing. However, there might be a point where you will need another voice to answer you or advise you, and that's why communities are so relevant, especially to creative endeavors. A good community should give you a safe space where ask for help and to receive valuable insights. Even more, an amazing community should elevate you and your work. Internet is full of them, you just have to do your research and avoid toxic spaces. And if you don't know where to start, you can join our Discord, where we announce game jams, share memes, and facilitate AI tools that will make your creative process faster and easier. And lastly, the most important tip is enjoy the process. You're probably thinking right now, like, what? That is so cliché. And yeah, it is, but clichés exist for a reason, and even if they sound cheesy, there's always some little truth in them. Enjoying the process is an essential part of any kind of creative work, and it means just that, enjoy. Take it easy, relax if you have to relax, work hard when you have to work hard, and have a good time while doing it. Always keep in mind why you're doing the things you're doing, and optimize your work thinking about that goal. Don't burn yourself out, there are a lot of AI tools that can help you during the creation of your game. Pixel Vibe is just one of the many apps that are enabling creators to reach their maximum potential. If you are not good with storytelling, for example, you can use ChatGPT. Just make sure to use the right prompts, and remember that a good AI can be a copilot for your mind. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and try Pixel Vibe to improve your game creation process. Also, don't forget about joining the waitlist for our AI Gamemaker platform. We'll let you know when it's accessible so you can create awesome games. See you next time!